Hey Craft Questers, it's me Maria Thoreau here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about your opening paragraph. So if like me, you find yourself revising and rewriting those couple of opening sentences again and again, I've come up with a little bit of a formula that might even help you to figure out the best place to begin your manuscript. So tell me the secret, Maria. Why are you keeping it to yourself? All right, so here's the deal. It's actually very simple, even though it seems like one of the most difficult things to do. First of all, we obviously need to know who our character is and where the manuscript is going. So already I'm sure you've determined your stakes for your plot. However, have you given any thought to the stakes in your character's life in the moment when we open the manuscript? We need to pull the reader in. And in order to do so, we have to open up with a bang. It's not necessarily an action scene. It's not necessarily an explosion or throwing the reader into the story. We need to ground the reader and give them an emotional reason to connect with your main character. So how do we do that? Very simple. Or not so simple. I don't know, because I guess if it was tried and true and all the rest of it, none of us would have any issues. So, well, here's something that works for me. I first determine what my character's stakes are in the moment. Everybody and their mother and brother and everyone belonging to them has something happening in their life at any given moment that is the most important thing to them. It might not be important to other people, but it is the be-all and end-all of their life in that moment. And that's where you need to begin. It could be very simple. It could be getting the results of a math test and realizing that the results are going to completely screw up your chances of getting into college. I mean, those are some pretty serious personal stakes right then and there. Use that as your starting point if that's something that's going on in your main character's life. Or perhaps you're writing some sort of dystopian book. Maybe we already know that, the government are about to, pick people off one by one based on the color of their eyes. And maybe your main character has those color eyes. So yeah, I would be pretty worried if I was that main character. That's a great place to begin. Again, determine the current stakes in your main character's life, and that's going to open your manuscript off with a bang. We're directly into the action, we're internalizing, and we're going to get to hear your character's voice. And when you're done with that opening paragraph, do not go into some backstory about how this is going to screw up your main character's life, obviously, because we don't want to info dump either. So I hope that helped you. I hope that you guys can sit down and maybe, really think about your opening paragraph and the beginning of your manuscript, and determine your character's stakes in that moment. And remember, these stakes are not necessarily what's going to drive the plot forward, but it will hook the reader in with something relatable and something that they can get on board with. Until next time, Craft Questers, this is Maria. If you need to get a hold of me, I'm on Twitter at Maria_TUREAUD. That's at Maria_TUREAUD. Come follow me. I don't bite too hard. Bye, Craft Quest.